What's going on, nation? Your man Sly here, and with Bungie's month-long information vacation, the players of Destiny have started to drum up speculation of their own about what could be next for us, the last Guardians of Destiny, the true last remnants of this last city, and, as of now, a dying universe. Every day I log on, my friends list becomes smaller and smaller. I see one or two people pop on for a daily or a few Crucible matches here and there, and then, boom, back to Fallout, or back to Halo, back to whatever. Hell, I've even seen a few people replay Borderlands from start to finish. You know, Brokember was a great month, in that tons of blockbuster games were delivered to us in boatloads, but now, us gamers are kind of left beached, man. Like, we spent all of our money buying as many new games as we could, and instead of playing one fully from start to finish and then getting tired of multiplayer and moving on, we flew through each game only to do the same to the next one, and now we're left with 5 new games that we have already experienced very quickly. Here it is, barely 2016, and the question of what do I want to play next shouldn't really be an issue so early out of the holidays. But with that said, it's not too much longer until Bungie starts feeding the hype machine again, and with it, there was a scrap of information that I want to show you. If you dig to the past a little bit, you will find this. Early 2016, there was a DLC plan about the size of the Festival of the Lost. Well, it is indeed early 2016, and this little information vacation Bungie has taken seems to me a peaceful way to build the last remaining activities in secret before dropping it on an eagerly awaiting public. Also, in another update were details about the February update, a perfect opportunity to download and distribute all the goody goodness of this early 2016 festival. So, moving on, what I'm about to tell you guys right now and what I'm about to drop in your ear holes is just speculation, and subconsciously could just be what I would like to see myself, but either way, let's dive headfirst into Rumorsville. So, as some of you might have seen by now, consumables that have been data mined are beginning to pop up all over YouTube. These consumables that you see here are all linked to a specific NPC or a vendor in the tower or the reef, and even though they don't have any detail on what these items actually do or what they're for, they all have to do with this theme of dawning. Also, while we're on the topic, if you logged into Destiny between January 7th and the 10th, and then completed a daily or weekly activity, today is the day you can supposedly pick up this. It's the emblem that was hinted at a few weeks ago, and it's called the Rising Light emblem. Rising Light? Dawn? See it? Also, those data mined objects, which there were 8 in total, all have the word dawn or dawning within them. So with the first 2016 festival just around the corner, another update due next month, I was wondering a few things. And first of those things, in the database there is this beast. It's called the Dawn Chaser, the only known exotic sparrow in the game. The emblem you're supposed to get is called the Rising Light. Rising Light, Dawn, the Sparrow, the Dawn Chaser, those data mine objects for the next DLC on the way all have the word dawn or dawning in them, as you can see here on the screen. So could it be that we finally get to ride an insanely fast, super awesome exotic sparrow? One would have thought the best way would be to reach level like, 10,000 in SRL. That would have been the best way to release the exotic sparrow, but as we know with Bungie, you never know. Other speculations by different YouTubers are that each of those data mined objects are linked to a certain tower or reef vendor, and it just so happens that there are also 8 exotic left to discover, and 8 of these dawn objects to complete, which by the way are also handed out by vendors, a perfect vessel to hand out an exotic item, right? Personally, I think that's a bit of a stretch. Now, there's no way Bungie would hold back all of those exotics at the Taken King release, then only release 2 of them in the last update, only to drop all rest of them in a mini festival, like all 8. That's just too short a time to grind for 8 exotics, and even then they would be locked into that festival as the only way to obtain them. So personally, I don't think that's going to be the case, but an item like a sparrow, which some people don't even really care about, is a perfect item to release in a festival just like this. Collectors out there like myself are all about completing their exotic collection, and a beautiful yellow sparrow would do abso-freaking nicely. Look at it. I mean, just look at it. I said look at it, it's beautiful! Once again, this is simply speculation brought on by similarity in names. The Dawn Chaser, could be like the Fate of All Fools, an early concept item that was almost released, but ended up being scrapped and is now only remembered by a faint image in the Armory database of something that once was. So this handed out emblem is a hint that the Dawning Festival, or whatever it may be called, is on the way, and I am ready for some new freaking things to do. To me, Destiny is one of those games that I could jump in at any time, do a raid, a few strikes, maybe even some Crucible matches, and it will still be fun. The gunplay, the graphics, and the way you control your characters, it's pretty hard to beat, man. Although committing to a whole night of Destiny these days is definitely becoming harder and harder, a refreshing splash of content is just what the community needs to kick off more speculation and news of what's to come in the future of Destiny and maybe even Destiny 2. Alright, that's it guys, enough speculation and guesswork. Some of this, all of this, or maybe not even one single scrap of information I just said could come true. Either way, God, is it the 21st yet, dude? I hope you pick up your emblem, guys. Happy reset, and don't forget, my first ever Twitch stream is tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm attempting something I've never tried before, and if it doesn't work out, I'll be forced to hop back on the Twitch app on my console itself, which is less fun, but at least I know it'll work. So, if you can set aside a few minutes to pop in and say hi, that would mean the freaking world to me, and it would also be nice just to go and hang out with you guys for a few. After the first raid or two finishes out, I will then move on to gaming with you guys. If anybody out there has an Xbox One, hop on after we raid and let's get some Nightfalls and weekly strikes out of the way. I'm going to try and include party chat into my stream so you can hear the banter me and my raid team talk about, but since I'm 100% noob at Twitch, I really can't guarantee that, but I'm definitely going to try. Also, if you see my channel go live a bit earlier than 6, ignore that until 6, because I'm only going to be on testing of quality, audio, and all that other stuff before I actually start. So, other than that, I hope to see you all at 6 p.m. on my Twitch channel, Sly Nation, and as usual, if you're watching this right here, right after now, then you, my DLC-craving, Twitch-watching beasts of a nation, are the biggest group of badasses this dude has ever seen. Happy reset, y'all. See you tonight and in the next one. This is your man Sly. Done, gone, and out.